Nothing about this place is normal. The Himalayas do not behave like a mountain range. They grow, they move, and they are still being built. Most mountain ranges are ancient, worn down by time, slowly dying. The Himalayas are different. They are among the youngest mountains on Earth. 50 million years ago, the Indian continent slammed into Asia. It did not stop, it is still pushing. Still folding the Earth upward. Mount Everest rises a few millimeters every year. Not because it wants to, but because the Earth beneath it cannot relax. Earthquakes here are not accidents. They are symptoms. These mountains are not finished. They are still rising. And everything built on them lives on something that will never stop moving. At high altitude, nothing attacks you. There is no impact, no warning, just air that no longer works. As you climb higher, the air thins, not in taste, not in smell, but in pressure. With every breath, less oxygen reaches the blood. The body tries to adapt. Heart rate increases. Breathing deepens. Blood thickens. And then it stops keeping up. Above 8,000 meters, the human body begins to die. This is called the death zone. Not because it kills you quickly, but because it cannot keep you alive. The most dangerous effect is not weakness. It is confidence. Decision-making collapses quietly. Climbers feel fine moments before making fatal choices. At extreme altitude, the body does not panic. It lies, and the mountain does not correct it. When someone dies on a mountain, we assume they are brought home, that the body is recovered, that the story ends. In the Himalayas, it usually does not. At extreme altitude, a human body becomes impossibly heavy, not because of its weight, but because of where it rests. Retrieving the dead often means risking the living, and the mountain rarely allows to rescues. Cold preserves everything. Time slows. Decay stops. Over time, the dead become landmarks, silent markers along the path. Not out of disrespect, out of impossibility. The mountain does not remove what it takes, it absorbs it. Years pass, storms pass, the mountain remains. On the Himalayas, death does not disappear. It is assigned a location. Modern forecasts create a dangerous illusion that weather can be known. The Himalayas are not shaped by weather. They shape it. Air is forced upward violently. Pressure builds. Storms are born where the land refuses to yield. Jet streams collide directly with the peaks. Wind speeds can exceed 300 kilometers per hour. Storms do not arrive gradually. They form in minutes. Satellites see patterns. The mountains rewrite them. Visibility collapses. Orientation disappears. Wind becomes the dominant force, loud enough to erase thought. There is no safe window, only moments when the mountain allows passage. The forecast does not fail. It simply does not apply here. Long before the body collapses, something else begins to fail. One's mind begins to fail. At extreme altitude, The brain is starved of oxygen, not enough to shut it down, just enough to change how it works. Depth becomes unreliable, distance loses meaning, time stretches or collapses. Many climbers report a presence, someone walking beside them, someone who is not there. Psychologists call this the third man syndrome, a companion invented by the mind under stress. Not to deceive, but to guide, to keep the body moving, when stopping would mean death. Some hear voices, not loud, not threatening, familiar. The danger is not fear, it is trust, trusting a mind that is quietly misfiring. The mountain does not create these visions. It does not need to. It simply removes what the mind depends on and lets the brain fill in the rest. After the danger, after the deaths, after the storms and the hallucinations, people return. Not because the mountain is kind, not because it is safe. The Himalayas do not offer comfort, they offer clarity. At extreme altitude, life becomes simple. Breathe, step, continue. There are no notifications, no expectations, no past, no future, only survival. And in that narrow space between effort and collapse, something feels pure. It is not conquest. The mountain is not defeated. You are not victorious. You are permitted. And once you stand in a place where the world feels unfinished, ordinary life can feel smaller. The Himalayas are not dangerous because they are tall. They are dangerous because they are unfinished. Still rising, still reshaping the sky, still rewriting the rules of survival. Nothing about them is normal, and they are not done yet.